Hello people. February 19th, we're hoofing it. I'm walking, I can't run. But I've got to get some vertical in the legs, so that's what we're doing. I've got my watch, my new watch. It's got these 5 little, I don't know if you can see that, but I gotta get rid of those 5. I need like 3. I just need to know my time, my pace, and my distance. And my eyes aren't good enough to see all those other things that I don't really care. I don't care about my heart rate. Well, in general I do. So yeah, February 19th. Just check the trail camera. There's tons of wolf tracks that weren't here yesterday, so I'm pretty optimistic we'll have some wolf footage for you later. And I think they were also heading towards the other camera where we were with Molly yesterday, so so they've probably just in the last day. Everybody's peeing here. So we're actually on the trail up to Molly Canyon, which we've done before, but oh yeah, I ran 2 days ago and she's not good, man. But I'm not taking any Tylenol, so maybe that's part of the deal. So let's talk fast. It's Family Day, woohoo! I think President's Day in the US. I've joked about that before, like we would never have Prime Minister's Day, but it's not Family Day everywhere in Canada. I don't think. I know in Manitoba it's not, because it's Louis Riel Day. And I'm always kind of, I wouldn't say fascinated, but when I was a little boy growing up, I was taught that he was a bad guy. He committed treason against the Canadian government. Oh man, what a world. And there's a museum where they had all this sort of, oh, that's some history, and one of the things in there, which I was kind of fascinated with being a young lad, was a piece of rope used to hang Louis Riel. He was hanged for treason. If I had to guess when, I'd say in the 1880s. It's funny what you remember, right? And it would just make me think, you know, be kind to your family, be kind to other people who may not think the same way you do. Because Louis Riel, he stood up for what he believed in for his people. It's kind of a racist thing, actually. Like Mandela, right? Mandela was imprisoned through apartheid, and then he ended up running the whole show in South Africa because people evolved and changed and wrongs were righted. But it's still a bunch of bogus crap that what he had to go through. I can't remember how long he was in jail. I think it was over, I'd say 27 years would be my guess. And if you think, every time something changes, you think, oh, now it's good. You look at this guy in Russia that they just mysteriously died, however you want to debate it. It's clearly something untoward happened to him. But, you know, and then you get the anti-Russian people going, oh, you know, what a terrible thing. And, you know, he stood up to this dictator, Vladimir Putin. And then I go like, yeah, it's totally wrong, I agree. But Julian Assange, I think he's Australian. He, and an award-winning journalist, he wasn't just some hack. He is now in prison in the UK, waiting extradition to the US for writing truth about the US government. So how is that any different, right? You know, and of course he will get extradited because he's in the UK and they're the US's buddy. Hey, we're going back down, man. Come on, guys. Oh, just feeling it. So I hate to be all, I mean, I don't even know if that's political. I'm not picking a party or a side. I'm just saying the whole thing's corrupt. And you can say what you like, but both sides are a bunch of hypocrites. And we can go back to the 1960s and 70s when the tobacco lobbies were telling, what were they telling? They were telling the government to not to hold back on really what cigarettes do to you, because they wanted to sell cigarettes even though they were killing people slowly. And I don't know, the world's funny. Because everybody say, oh, COVID changed everything. No, COVID just magnified just how full of crap everybody is. Like government and all this stuff. Like I remember reading about seatbelts in the, I think it was the 70s, where seatbelts were lawed, or it was put into law that you had to wear a seatbelt. And if you check into that, a lot of people were, or a bunch of people were trying to get medical exemptions so that they didn't have to wear a seatbelt. Like, what does that sound like to you? You know, the more things change, the more they stay the same. But anyway, so that's just another like crazy thing. But the world is better, I think. You know, we got, at least where I live, good medical. Look at these guys. And if you're a woman, you can vote, you can drive a car. Since 1984, you can run an Olympic marathon. You know, like there are things, we have evolved, but the underlying crap that we are just not aware of is just rampant. So, but I'm not going to change it. Look at this, 6.5 minutes. I'm just going to keep going. I'm not going to change it. I'm just going to enjoy this kind of stuff and enjoy my family day, as you should.